if Bitcoin becomes the backbone of a new financial system, which it really is, like, it's the king of the remittances. It is the immutable blockchain, and people have a lot of reasons that they trust it. In 14 years, no one's broken it, and there's no replacement. Some Canadians think that this is like, part of this is to pressure a change and accelerate the change in leadership in Canada, and then they just recast a new deal.
BitcoinZella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to BitcoinZella today and enjoy the new edge. Tom Lee then outlines Bitcoin's future and the role of a crypto reserve. In this video, we dive into his insightful predictions and strategies. Let's watch to uncover these ideas.
Bitcoin going to 5 million.
Yeah, say the craziest thing you can about crypto so we can clip this for TikTok.
How are we getting to 5 million?
Now that's
Slowly.
Yeah.
And then all at once.
Yeah.
By the way, if you got to 5 million, because we have a grid to show it, it's that gold would be doubled in price.
Daniel, previous chart.
Yeah. Gold would double in price.
So this is if crypto reaches parity with gold in terms of market cap?
Yes.
Okay, it's not there already?
No, it's only 10% of the value of gold.
Wait, what? How much gold is there in the world?
There is
10?
$21 trillion of gold.
How much crypto? 3?
Bitcoin's 2.
Bitcoin by itself is 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So if the amount of money millennials choose to put into digital gold rivals the current amount of gold, you know what the flaw in that logic is? If there's this huge predilection for Bitcoin versus gold on the part of millennials, then the valuation of gold will shrink. So you might get parity, but that's because the amount of money in gold goes down.
Yeah. I thought about, and I got the numbers a little wrong. Let's say gold has to go to like $7,000. However, I heard something interesting, and I didn't realize gold has outperformed the S&P 6 of the last 7 years.
Yeah.
So
quietly too.
Yeah. So gold isn't a bad asset class, but Bitcoin. So I think even if it's not like millennials need to buy gold for gold to go up, you just need the boomers to hold it.
You need central banks around the world to buy it and hold it, which they are.
That's right.
Okay. Do you get involved in any of these conversations about Bitcoin reserve? Like, are you talking to people that are involved in this at all, or not really?
Well, there is. I'm not going to the White House this week. Okay. I'm not invited, but we do have conversations with Congress people.
Okay.
But
are they like, Tom, what do you think if we do this?
They're like, can you pump my coin?
Yeah. Is it a good idea? Why would we have a Bitcoin strategic reserve?
I think it makes a lot of sense.
Why?
Well, we already have one. We've confiscated Bitcoin.
All right, but why do you think it makes sense?
Why should we buy more?
U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis has championed President Trump's executive order establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve as a groundbreaking step for America's financial future. Hailing the decision as historic, Lummis declared on social media, "This is only the beginning," emphasizing that the move paves the way to address national debt and secure the country's financial leadership. Under the order, Bitcoin acquired through criminal and civil asset forfeitures will serve as a reserve asset, while a separate digital asset stockpile for other cryptocurrencies is also established. The Secretary of the Treasury will oversee this new initiative, with the Secretaries of Treasury and Commerce tasked to develop budget-neutral strategies for acquiring additional Bitcoin. This policy reflects a broader ambition to make the United States a global leader in cryptocurrency. Trump's vision includes not only a secure reserve but also stronger support for digital asset companies, appointing key officials and planning a White House cryptocurrency summit. The administration's proactive stance is seen as a powerful move to reclaim America's financial future. As the nation embarks on this new chapter, market watchers and crypto enthusiasts alike are optimistic, believing that this historic decision will pave the way for lasting financial innovation. The future is bright.
If the U.S. owns 1 million Bitcoin, they'll be the largest holder of Bitcoin.
But what are we doing with it? We're facilitating trade with it, or we're just holding it?
Well,
If it's a strategic reserve with a strategic petroleum reserve, they use it. When there's like an oil shortage or there's a problem or there's a dislocation, they will tap the reserve.
but yeah,
And then when prices calm down, they'll add it back. How does to Michael's question, like how does a Bitcoin strategic reserve function?
okay.
Would there be a shortage of Bitcoin? And we
Yeah,
have to,
like to what end?
These are good questions, but
Yeah.
keep this in mind. So oil's a strategic commodity.
clearly.
Okay. Now, oil only has 7 buyers, really. It's the refiners. Oil, like, that's produced everywhere, it's really just bought by refiners.
Who then turn it into something
Yeah,
useful.
to distillates and gasoline.
Okay.
But there's really only 7 buyers. And so if you look at oil, the oil market that's bought for distillate, and then say, take the total trading volume of oil against that, what do you think the ratio is?
I don't know, tiny, right?
400. For every dollar of oil that's bought,
I
it's traded
see.
400 times on speculation.
Wow. Okay.
So you need a strategic petroleum reserve because there's so much price speculation around it that
Okay.
you could be whipsawed if you didn't control some way to manage prices.
Okay. So Bitcoin is the same.
Yeah, so let's say
Tons of
Bitcoin,
speculation around
let's
it.
say that it becomes 10% of people's net worth and banks start to use it to secure information. Because remember, the blockchain, you can just store 1 pixel of a 10 million page document, but the hash will detect if you changed 1 pixel. So that's why you're going to use the Bitcoin to secure information, right? Well, that's really valuable, but then wouldn't the U.S. want to be able to control this blockchain or exert some way to censor it somehow?
Okay.
And, once banks start trading Bitcoin, like Citadel, it will probably be the most profitable product for Goldman and JP.
Because of how volatile it is,
Yeah.
bid-ask spreads are wider.
Correct. And if
Okay.
oil's traded 400 times, Bitcoin might be 1,000 times. It's got to be a hugely traded commodity.
Okay, so this is a productive thing, even though, to my earlier point, we have a budget deficit, we have tons of debt. This is a project that we should also undertake now because it might come in handy at some point in the future.
Yeah, well, the U.S. owns 200,000 Bitcoin,
Right.
as long as it's not, those keys are safe.
Okay.
And so let's say they buy 800,000 more through the Exchange Stability Fund, so another 80 billion.
If they do that, I think the price goes to $1 million too. I just don't know that they're going to do that.
Yeah. But then if Bitcoin gets to 36 million, there's
Yeah.
no national debt.
Okay. But in that fantasy, who do you sell the Bitcoin to pay off the debt, though? I've heard that before.
Michael Saylor, hello.
So Michael Saylor buys the Bitcoin from us, and we use the proceeds to extinguish our debt.
Well, it's not, you don't need to sell it because it's almost the same thing as like if NVIDIA is 3 trillion, it's not like someone would say, oh, well, you're going to liquidate all 3 trillion, so it's not worth 3 trillion. It's as long as the value is stored at that level.
The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, OCC, delivered a significant regulatory update that clears federal banks to engage in Bitcoin and broader cryptocurrency activities. This new directive lifts previous restrictions that discouraged banks from interacting with the digital asset industry and opens doors for innovative financial services. Banks can now offer crypto custody, support specific stablecoin enterprises, and verify distributed ledger transactions without seeking prior regulatory permission. The change follows the United States' adoption of Bitcoin and select altcoins as reserve assets, signaling growing acceptance of cryptocurrencies within traditional finance. Acting Comptroller Rodney Eathood emphasized that the updated policy is designed to address long-standing skepticism among banks regarding crypto services. While the new rules encourage banks to explore digital asset opportunities, they must also implement robust risk management practices similar to those used with conventional assets. This regulatory shift reverses earlier guidelines and marks a departure from policies established under previous administrations. The move has received attention from industry players, with Coinbase lobbying for clearer guidance to reduce friction between banks and the digital asset sector. Market analysts have responded positively, highlighting that the change may boost investor confidence, particularly for assets like XRP and the recently introduced RLUSD stablecoin. The revised stance by the OCC paves the way for a more integrated financial ecosystem, where innovation and tradition come together to drive future growth in the cryptocurrency market. This direction from the OCC boosts confidence and encourages innovation in the crypto sector. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.